Okay, so if you sort of took the weekend off to get away from all this political nonsense taking place, what you would have missed was Joe Manchin declaring that he cannot vote for the Build Back Better plan. Reason being, the very real inflation that's been taking place. Here's Joe Manchin saying just that.
Well, Brett, this is a mammoth piece of legislation, and I had my reservations from the beginning when I heard about it 5.5 months ago, and I've been working diligently every day and every minute of every day. I've been working on this, meeting with whether it be the President Biden, whether it be Majority Leader Schumer and his staff, whether it would be with Nancy Pelosi, all of my colleagues, from all different spectrums of the political spectrum, if you will, from the right to the left. I've done everything humanly possible. And my concerns I had, and I still have these concerns, and where I'm at right now, the inflation that I was concerned about, it's not transitory, it's real, it's harming every West Virginian. It's making it almost difficult for them to continue to go to their jobs, the cost of gasoline, the cost of groceries, the cost of utility bills, all of these things are hitting in every aspect of their life. And you start looking at, then you have the debt that we're carrying at $29 trillion. You have also the geopolitical unrest that we have. You have the COVID variant, and that is wreaking havoc again. People are concerned. I've been with my family. I know everyone's concerned. So when you have these things coming at you the way they are right now, I've always said this, Brett, if I can't go home and explain it to the people of West Virginia, I can't vote for it. And I cannot vote to continue with this piece of legislation. I just can't. I've tried everything humanly possible. I can't get there.
You're done. This is a no.
This is a no on this legislation. I have tried everything I know to do. And the President has worked diligently. He's been wonderful to work with. He knows I've had concerns and the problems I've had. And the thing that we should all be is directing our attention towards the variant, the COVID that we have coming back at us in so many different aspects in different ways. It's affecting our lives again. We have inflation that basically could really harm a lot of Americans, and especially those who are most needy and having a hard time struggling right now. So I think that's where our attention needs to be directed towards immediately. And this has been going on for 5.5 months.
So Manchin names a lot of different factors, but mainly inflation is the reason he can't be on board with the Build Back Better plan. Manchin says he can't go home to his people in the state of West Virginia and explain voting in favor of the overall package. Now, Manchin is also asked if he's alone in being skeptical about this bill. He's asked if any other Democrats in the Senate are against the bill. This is what he had to say.
I'm not going to speak for any of myself. I respect. They know they know the difficulties that I've been having with this. I've been very concerned about this. When I first got to the Senate, back in 2011, I was having a meeting on armed services, and at that time, Admiral Mike Mullen was the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. And I'll never forget. In this hearing, he was asked the question, "What's the greatest threat the United States of America faces?" And I'm thinking I'm going to hear something in basically with military threats we might have around the world. Without blinking an eye, he said the debt of our nation is the greatest threat. Now, the debt was $14 trillion then, Brett. It's $29 trillion now. Inflation is real. It's not going away anytime soon. We don't know when the end will come. There's a lot of people hurting right now. This COVID, we're fighting on a daily basis, and it's coming at different angles at us, if you will. These are serious things. There's a lot of good, but that bill is a mammoth piece of legislation, a mammoth piece. And when it's done even through regular order, it would be a tremendous, huge undertaking.
So to that question in particular, he doesn't really respond directly to it, but we all know another Democratic senator in Kyrsten Sinema is against the package. He does mention, though, that the debt of our nation could be the greatest threat. Not China, not Russia, not even terrorism. Our national debt is the greatest threat to our nation. Some progressive Democrats, such as Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, believe the Senate needs to hold a vote regardless to keep those who are against the package to be held accountable. This is what Manchin had to say on that in his message to the American people.
Here's the thing. When it's time, just vote. I've been saying that. Just vote. If that's what people need to show where they are, then vote. I've been trying to say it, and I don't know how many different ways I can say it. The frustration from my colleagues, friends of mine on both sides of the aisle, but my Democrat colleagues who are frustrated. This has been strung out for so long, 5.5 months. They're trying to make this adjustment, this adjustment. They're just trying to make the adjustment for the time to fit the money, or the money to fit the time. Not changing our approach, not targeting things we should be doing. Making sure that people, basically that truly need it, are getting it. Making sure that we can do things in a much better fashion. We have things that we can do in a bipartisan way, the way the Senate's supposed to work, if we'll just let it happen. Just go through the committees. Let's work it.
If you enjoyed the content in today's video, make sure to give it a like and leave a relevant comment below. Thank you so much, and I truly hope you have a great rest of your day.